Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're doing the February review. So, yeah, I actually made a lot more bracelets in February than I thought I would. It's a shorter month. I thought maybe we wouldn't get to much, but here we have a little pile of stuff that I've done. So let's start here. This is the first one. This is a friendship bracelet patterned from a photo, and I used variegated floss for this. In fact, I used variegated floss a lot this month, and not disappointed. I really kind of had fun with it. You can see out here that the colors in between the dark ones change quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit. It's like different shades of like a dark orange to a lighter orange, and it gives the bracelet kind of an interesting effect. We could have gone a little bit crazier, could have had a little bit more contrast perhaps, but overall, very, very cool, very fun. And then the next one was a bigger version. This one turned out pretty cool. This hasn't got the variegated in it, but this is like 24 strings, I think, if I remember right. It was big. This was another one. These are both like were from photos that I had. I can't even say where they came from. Probably like Instagram or something. But they were interesting photos, and I wanted to recreate them. And this was one of those. So that was kind of fun. All right. Okay. The next one was variegated again. And not only is this one variegated, it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe you can kind of see the light through the back there, that it's got holes in it. And that was because the spots where the holes are could have been either the white-ish color from here or the pinkish color from here, but neither of them really made sense, right? So I was confused and it was complex, and I thought, what would make it interesting is if it wasn't there, right? Instead of trying to figure out like how that alternates or doesn't, leaving it out actually made it more interesting. And you can see this is again variegated. We have like some of those are darker than others. It kind of fades. I'm not sure the camera picks it up well enough to really tell that even the whitish and grays are constantly in a state of change. So that was kind of fun. That was pretty neat. If I were to do this again, I maybe would try some other variegated floss. Maybe that I don't even know where this floss came from, to be honest. So maybe something that had more colors or something might have made this a little bit more fun. So yeah. This was again, this was a blindside creation. This was something where that somebody had sent in the pattern, wanted to see what I would do with it. Probably my guess is they were curious as to what would happen to those dots in there. I think I also changed like the number of colors, and I changed a bunch of stuff. So that was pretty interesting. All right. So that's that one. Let's kind of make it so you can still see the old ones. All right. All right. Next one was a Blindside Creations. This is the 21st Blindside creation. This one, I love this one so much. What you can't really pick up from the camera is how vibrant these colors are in here. They are fluorescent, with a sort of a grayish color as the background, and what makes up this. I don't know. Is it like a snowflake? It's something. I don't know. This is my bracelet. This one's not going in the shop. This is me. I'm inheriting this one. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, very fun. This was the Blindside creation number 21. So yeah, way cool. Loved that one. The next one, this was my take on the friendship bracelet pattern number 64168, again with the variegated. So so obviously the one down the middle, that's the one that catches your eye first. That's the one you're like, yep, totally variegated. What you might not notice is the lighter pinks and the darker pinks out here. They are also variegated, and they're changing. So the darker red kind of becomes like a brown, and the lighter pink sort of almost becomes whitish or like a super, super, super light pink. So that was kind of fun. This one, because the colors down the middle got used so much, one of the tails is much shorter, and I was kind of really disappointed about this. I was really bummed. So I'm not going to put it in the shop. If somebody really wants this, I don't know. I kind of want to do like a giveaway. I haven't figured out how. We already have like the secret word game on the live streams. If somebody has an idea for maybe another way of being fair and having it out there for somebody to have, that would be really cool. But I just don't know how we should do that one. All right, next one is this. So this is my take on friendship bracelet patterns 65470 over on friendshipbracelets.net. Theirs had like a sweeping slow curve and then a jagged one or something. So I took the slow curve and made it go back and forth. So I mean, I completely changed this pattern. If you go and look at up that pattern and then you look at this, you're just like, nope, not the same. Which is fun, right? So it is. This could be a different pattern somewhere. I don't know. I didn't try to search out patterns like this. I just wanted to make something interesting. I think the camera's kind of telling you the story that, again, we went with the fluorescence with this one. So it's blacks, and that's a super fluorescent yellow, super fluorescent orange, and a fluorescent purple. And it just kind of jumps out there. Very, very fun. Love that bracelet. Though I'm not keeping it. It's not as cool as that one. Well, it kind of is. I can't keep them all though, guys. I just can't. All right, so the next one was this one. This was my take on the friendship bracelet pattern 85038. This one, again with the fluorescent, this one was originally looked like that. And then I put in a center part and made it go both directions, which I think definitely adds something to it. It's different. It just makes it different, And that's kind of, I mean, anybody can just take the pattern and show you how to make the thing. And if you watch my video, you can see if you wanted to just continue doing what I was doing up here, that's easy peasy. You could do that. I wanted to show how we can change things up. And that's kind of true with pretty much everything here today is taking an idea and then making it our own. So, yeah, in case you're new to the channel, you're just checking out the review, you don't know what I'm about. Yeah, a lot of changing, a lot of doing different stuff. All right, next one, this one. Again, we got fluorescence. It's hard to tell. This is like I don't know why the camera refuses to get it. It's super bright pink. I mean, like crazy bright pink. And then fluorescent purple, blue, and black. Way cool. Love this thing where it crosses over. You got these little X's in it. It's just a neat pattern. Did I mention it was pattern number 84798? We did some changes. We tweaked it a bit, made it a little bit different, made it a little fun, balanced it out. But yeah, very cool, very fun, kind of different. Next is this one. So this was another of my take on pattern 103733. So one of the big things I did here was it flips. We gave this diamond here the center part of it. Kind of balanced out how much of the other things were going to happen in the whole thing. It wasn't a huge change. Oh, it was a huge change. The other one had stuff outside of it, and we just took the part inside. That was fun. That's right. I don't remember everything I do. I swear. I work on so many different patterns. I have ideas and stuff set up to work on. But yeah, we just took a part of a bracelet that was fun and then ran with that. So fewer strings, went really fast. Again, the camera can't tell you that is a fluorescent orange. I mean, it is so bright. It's one of those, it's almost painful to look at, so bright kind of things. It's awesome. Like, you'd think that there's batteries in it or something. It's so bright, with a nice blue that gives it a really great contrast. So yeah, the next was the rainbow cylinder, which is, this thing is huge. It is really big and fat. You can kind of flatten it out like this to wear it. It's big enough. Where is it? I have these like Vicks inhalers because my sinuses are so bad. These things will fit inside. I don't want to shove it too far in there because it might be hard to get out. Well, I guess you could just squeeze it like that. It comes out. So if you made a smaller version, you could use it to carry around your inhaler thing or your like a chapstick or something, right? So yeah, if you wanted to make like a keychain version of it. But yeah, this is something really cool. I basically made this while in Thailand. So the video is kind of fun and different, and it didn't quite cover as much as I want, but it's getting another version. I'm going to change out how the strings lay in the whole thing. I already even have the kumi made, everything. We're going to work on this. This will come out sometime next month. Not sure when, because they're really big chunky bracelets. Maybe I'll do it as a keychain this next time. That'll make it faster, and yeah, and kind of just show you how the whole thing comes together. And then the last one was the wall hanging without a stick. So the big deal about this was no chopsticks here. You don't have the bit of wood going through it, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those per se. It's just, if you're like in a climate like here, if you hang things on the wall or whatever, eventually they're going to have to get washed. We get this like a dark, oily kind of film on everything that eventually you have to run it through a washing machine or something. With the stick, you can't. This is, I can just throw this right into a washer and nothing will happen to it. It'll be fine. It's denser than denim, so it would last longer than like a pair of jeans would as far as like going through the washer. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show how this works. I had some ideas. If you want to go check out that video, I had some ideas that might make improvements for future versions. I might even get around to making a future version of that. But yeah, that's what I made in February. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who make all of this stuff happen. I really appreciate it, as well as, oh, my YouTube members. You can become a member and watch the behind the scenes, and yeah, they're actually able to be watching this recording as I'm doing it right now. So that's something fun to do if you want to join that. It's down there next to the subscribe button. It says join. So there you go. All right. Thank you for hanging out. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.